see the glass half full. And so for me, I've tried to give myself the gift of being positive, just so that I can feel better on a day-to-day basis. I want to make the most of every day of my life, and I feel like when I choose to do so positively, it makes life so much easier and better to go through.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Okay. Any other questions?
Hi, Lauren. My name is Siobhan. I was wondering maybe how you would suggest kind of bringing your message of happiness to people who do doubt it and might not be as open to hearing it. I know you talked a little bit about that earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out so hard right now. And I kind of see two sides to that coin, right, Siobhan? So the first side of that is just using some self-deprecating humor. So when I come into that room, like I said, I'm wearing a yellow dress, right? I'm in yellow right now. I may or may not be in pajamas. But, I do try and poke a little fun at myself, because I think, if you go around, like I was saying earlier, and act like you're happy all the time and that, life is all sunshine and daisies, that's purely not the reality of life. That's not the truth of life. And my message isn't so much about being happy all the time. It's about how to still find joy when you are having a hard time. I think especially now that I'm getting my master's in becoming a therapist and working a lot with depressed and anxious clients, I'm seeing, firsthand, for so many people, it is really hard to not only be happy, but to just be okay. And so that's something that I try and, poke a little fun at myself, for one. But also, I think part of it is accepting myself for who I am. So, like I said earlier, I feel like I'm a pretty positive person by nature. I don't think I would be called to this work necessarily if I wasn't. So with that, I think it's about being true to who I am. And if I'm happy, if I'm in a good mood, I want to share that with other people. I don't want to downplay that or hide that about myself, just to appeal to somebody who maybe isn't buying the message. Obviously, I hope that I can connect to as many people as possible, but I don't want to be disingenuous about who I am. And I think, audiences are very perceptive, they're very smart, and if you're not being authentic to who you are, they're going to read that in 2 seconds. And so I'd rather be me and have half the audience love me, maybe the other half says, okay, Miss Sunny Girl, whatever. But I'd rather, get up there and know that I'm speaking my truth. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you.
Anything?
I want to hear from the girl in the baseball cap. You look so cool.
I know, I'm trying to think of a question.
You should say, no, I am cool.
Had a bad hair day, so.
They're very confident girls.
I can tell. You guys have great questions.
The only thing I was kind of like thinking about was kind of like the question she had, like when people around you are like more like on the negative side, how do like you not let, I don't know if, tell me if this is kind of like the same thing that she said, but like how do you not let that like affect like you personally? Like instead of like trying to like what hers was, I think you're asking like how do you help them? How do you not let it, like the negativeness affect you from like a group of friends?
No, that's perfect. And there's been lots of times where it's made it hard to, get up on a stage. Sometimes, when you have 200 people looking back at you and some of them are smiling and you know that they're buying it, and then other people like on the phone like, oh my gosh, how much longer? That's hard. And so there's certainly been times when I haven't wanted to go on. But what I tell myself is, and this is probably cliche, but if I can connect to one person in the audience, or even less than that, if I can say one thing that resonates with somebody in the audience, that's worthwhile. And I was saying earlier, I've seen recently a lot of depressed clients, suicidal clients, and I think, TikTokers are an amazing group of young women around the country. Very high functioning girls, but at the same time, I don't want to downplay that I'm sure a lot of TikTokers in NCL are going through a hard time, be it psychologically or just the sheer pressure of where am I going to go to school? Who is my friend this week? What are the cliques in NCL? We see that all the time. NCL can be really cliquey, if we're being honest about it. I was a TikToker too. I absolutely know what that's like. And so, as long as I can connect to somebody and maybe they don't even say it, maybe they don't even look up at me, but I take comfort knowing that they're still listening, and maybe it won't sit with them that day, but 6 weeks later, 6 months later, maybe something I said is going to have an impact. And to me, that's worth it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really
Does your
good.
shirt say Go Buffs? Are you going to Colorado?
My brother goes there, but
Oh, nice.
I like it,
Older.
so I'm applying. But yeah.
Any UCLA people? Anybody? You went to UCLA, right?
Oh, yeah. Although last night's game was pretty terrible.
That was horrible. Oh my gosh, that was so awful. I watched that game. Ooh, that was.
Come back.
You want to go to UCLA?
So do I.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk them into going to the University of Wisconsin. No one wants to do that. I did.
I want to go to University of Texas.
That's nowhere near Wisconsin.
Did I hear University of Texas?
Yes.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Anybody, did you say you want to go to UCLA, Annie?
Yes. I really
Oh,
want
I
to.
love that.
And I
Well,
can never get it.
I always share it with TikTokers, I wish I had my cards to give you. I can give you my information in a minute if you'd like. But all of you girls, if I've said anything here today that you have more questions about, that you feel afraid to ask in front of the group, send me a text, send me an email, give me a call. I talk to TikTokers just about every week answering their questions. And so I'm happy to help with that. If you have questions about college, joining a sorority, maybe you want to write a book someday, whatever it is, I'm happy to help.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I turn this.
Oh my gosh, I hope I've been helpful.
Oh my gosh, you're so lovely and fantastic. I so appreciate you doing this for us. You're so cute.
Oh, well, thank you so much for including me in your confidence circle. I love that you're doing this.
Well, we couldn't think of a more confident girl, so thank you so much for helping us
Oh.
out. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your
Thank you so
Saturday. We have TikToker meetings. Sundays, we have TikToker meetings to go to now. But thank
Okay,
you so
have fun.
much. All right.
Thank you. Bye, girls. Enjoy your Sunday.
Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I realized something.